Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Planescape Torment. Alright, Nordum can go up a level, so let's go ahead and do that. So he will become level 10. It's pretty awesome. 3 hit points gained, 3 hit points gained from Constitution bonus. It's not supposed to work that way. Yeah. I mean, his Thaco goes down, so that's pretty cool. And Grace gets to another level, going up to level 11. 2 hit points gained, 2 hit points gained from con bonus. Priest abilities have increased. Plus 5 lore gained from specialization bonus. Alright, that is going to be here. We can get another Cure Light Wounds. Can't get another one of those. Well, if we're going to Bator, that might be useful. Can't get another Cure Serious Wounds. Can't get another Cure Critical Wounds. But I can get Heal. So that's pretty awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and cast some stuff on the rest of the party. And go ahead and heal yourself up.
May my face lend me strength.
And now you. Okay, out of Cure Light Wounds.
May my face lend
Let's be on the
me
safe
strength.
side. Let's go ahead and.
Oh, please don't let me die here.
Don't worry, Anna. I won't. No one's dying here. Come on. Don't be silly. Alright, let's go ahead and rest. Actually, no, not yet. I did want to identify this. Bizarre Blood Red Axe. This huge axe makes you uncomfortable. Bones have been embedded into its surface, and a light sheen of red, possibly blood, seem to have mortared the skulls into the shape and into the shaft of the axe. That doesn't seem right. The blade itself looks to be a mishmash of sharpened teeth pried from the jaws of some huge creature. The mere presence of the axe sets you on edge. For some reason, simply having it in your possession makes you angry. Let's go ahead. Oh, not usable by good characters, huh? Identify. Spell. 3 to 13 slashing. It's +1. It is cursed. Berserk when used. Thaco +1. It is not exactly clear in the annals of known planar history when Hatred's gift was created, but by the bloody trail it is left across the plains... seems to have finally reached... Okay, that also doesn't make... I think there's some words missing there or something. The axe exists to inspire hatred in one's enemies and fill its wielder with a berserk rage. Shouldn't that be of one's enemies? When entering combat, the skulls along the shaft come alive, chittering their teeth, and the teeth, remnants of fiendish victims absorbed into the axe blade, extend outwards, biting and tearing into opponents with each strike. Once equipped, Hatred's gift cannot be dropped unless its curse is removed. Okay. What else did I pick up? Alright, so these are just the standard green steel knife, green steel dagger. The Gordian Knot, unique artifact, special, +2 to charisma, -1 to wisdom, usable only by fighters. The knot binding the two ends of this rope together holds a powerful magic. When this knot is severed by a fighter with an edged weapon, the warrior gains a rush of confidence and arrogance, reducing their wisdom, but raising their charisma. The user is also beset with the urge to gather an army and rush out and conquer the plains, but this urge does not rule the user's actions. It is said that this is a knotted piece of rope that was cut in two by a conqueror on a distant prime material world. Every time the knot is severed, it disappears, showing up years later in the hands of another who can make use of its power. So yeah. I'm not sure if I could, like, switch to fighter, do some stuff, and then switch back to mage. I may save it at some point and try that out. And then we have a bunch of, spells. Let's go ahead and put these down for a second. Do you have Remove Curse? You do. Okay, I'm going to give that to you for now, so that those can go to you. I should actually start using these scrolls at some point. Oh yeah, I have a scroll of Identify, that's right. Alright. And let's go ahead and... where's the rest option? Right there. Okay. Doesn't seem to be anything else in here that we can get, so let's go ahead and leave. I don't know where the hell you're going, Nameless One. Alright, well, it's daytime at least. Alright, Grillig, we'll murder you.
Portal detected.
Nope, alright, never mind. Let's just go through here. We don't need to fight you guys. Whee! Bator! What's the worst that could happen here on one of the lower planes? Right? Right? Seems perfectly reasonable. Anyone want to say anything about, you know, me bringing them to Bator?
I'm gone.
Seems like someone might want to say something. Okay. Well, it didn't seem to do any damage. I don't know what the heck that was, but it didn't do any damage that I can tell. Maybe he resisted it? There's a path over here. Surely there are goodies about, right? Right? No? Okay. You know, let's take a quick look. I have no active quests. Weird. Vylor doesn't show up as one of the PCs. Oh, did I not actually... yeah, I must not have actually talked to him on this save. Let's see. I'm looking to see if... so I'm not sure exactly what Fuel Forktongue is. Forktongue is a victim of Trius, who he calls the Betrayer. He signed a contract with the Deva that consigned him to acts of charity until Trius is dead. He makes his home in the bones of Ulgoras in the Outlands, hiding from mortal and immortal alike. He has knowledge and items that may prove useful. I honestly don't know what he is. Alright, well, let's just get back here then, since there's nothing over here. Didn't really expect there to be anything over there, but I thought it was a possibility. Oh, hey, New Parabo. How's it going? Let's murder you. Why are you guys going that way? Oh, silly New Parabos. So that doesn't seem to do any damage. So I'm not sure exactly what that is. So there was a pathway that way. Which is fine. Yeah, see, that's not doing anything. I don't know if it's supposed to, or if it's maybe bugged, or... Oh. There's a cleft in the rocks here. It looks like you might be able to squeeze into it barely, but it doesn't seem to lead anywhere. You notice the ground here is littered with shards of obsidian, most likely caused by the occasional fireball you've seen streak through the air here, blasting into the great boulders that line this vale. Well, we don't need a shard of obsidian.
Portal detected.
Yeah, yep, that's what I expected. Okay, so that's going to be the way home. Show me the way to go home. Okay, let's not do any more singing. Much to some people's chagrin, perhaps.
Chief, nothing's worth this. Please, let's get out of here, okay?
Nope, too bad. It's totally worth it. Oh, hi, Pillar of Skulls. We can hear you all the way over here. Pillar of Skulls. We shall talk to you in a moment. We shall talk to you in a moment. Will you guys shut up for a second? Seriously? No, alright. So there was a grand total of 1 new Parabo. Seriously? Okay, let's do that. There we go. The sight of this thing, this horrible, towering, pulsating thing, fills you with nausea, unfounded loathing, and a faint sense of familiarity. The innumerable rotting heads which make up the vast pile seems to constantly shift and throb, alternately bickering, weeping, conversing, shouting, and whispering to one another. Heads constantly bubble to the surface of the stack from somewhere within its foul core, while others sink back into the grisly pillar. Yo, what's up? As you make to step closer to the pillar, Mort hisses to you. Psst, Chief, listen. I can't let that thing see me. You gotta get me out of here. Drop me off somewhere. Pick me up later or something. Fine, we'll leave then. Alright, let's go ahead and quick save and see if this is actually gonna be a problem. You take another cautious step towards the pillar, and all their conversations abruptly stops. The dozens of heads that line... Pluralization in here seems a little bit off. Line the pillar's surface slowly turn to face you in unison. They regard you silently, their breath fetid and moist upon you. Moist. Until they notice Mort cowering behind you. Oh no. Every head on the pillar's surface speaks at once to make the thing's voice, a terrible burbling sound that bubbles forth while foul, stinging vapors and putrid corruption stream from their mouths. You again. 'Tis been a long time indeed. Alright, can't use that voice. Many of the heads gibber and drool, chanting, "Skull, skull, skull." Skull Cleaver? How did he get here? Well, I guess now I know what I'm going to do to him in Expeditions Viking. Gleefully licking their lips, their eyes fixated upon Mort. What do you mean? Silence, we speak not to you, but to the skull. Welcome back, little one. Have you at last decided to return to the fold, to accept your final fate, to take up once more your sacred duty? Several heads burst forth from the pillar's core, gnashing their broken teeth and wailing, "Yes, come back to us, skull, skull." Mort shakes with fear, his teeth rattling. I can't go back, Chief. I can't. He hasn't come back to you, but I have some questions, Pillar of Skulls. Every head on the pillar's surface speaks at once to make the thing's voice, a terrible burbling sound that bubbles forth while foul, stinging vapors and putrid corruption stream from their mouths. The smell, 'tis strong. It shall cross the plain soon, and Bel will come. The smell? What do you mean? The head's eyes turn wetly in their sockets to stare at Fall from Grace. The smell, her musk, the Tanari musk. The bittersweet scent carries and will attract Betazu. Soon their lord Bel will be angry. I see. Oh, that's just great. The heads turn their gazes back to you, though a few still snuffle noisily. If you have questions for us, you had best be quick. A few of the heads squint and gurgle softly. You think they might be laughing at you. As I said before, before you can finish, a portion of the pillar trembles as yet another head oozes its way to the surface. After some noisome slime is sloughed off, you recognize it as Ferid's. It spits out a mouthful of bloody cysts and croaks, "Anna, me darling child, is that you?"
Dad, what you be doing in this place?
Alright, suddenly she turned Jamaican. The other heads remain mostly silent for a time as Ferid speaks. Only a few whisper quietly to themselves, making wicked sidelong glances at Anna and her foster father's head.
I was wrong, my dear girl, about the sphere. It wasn't enough, no, and now look at where I've ended. I beg of you, lovely Anna, save your poor father, save me. Oh, please, save me, save me.
But even as it speaks, Ferid's mewling head begins to sink back into the pillar's core. Anna stares hard at the pillar, eyes narrowed, her fists clenched and tail rigid. A mixture of fury and anguish is smeared across her trembling face. Anna, are you alright? I wish we could help him, Anna. It's a tragic thing to happen to anyone. It's sad, Anna, but he earned himself such a fate. Try not to suffer too greatly over it. I'm glad to see that bastard in there. And father or no, so should you be, Anna. Remain silent. Torn between these first two. Not sure if I'll get this one. Again. Anna, are you alright? Anna smirks, spits, and turns away from the pile of rotting heads. She shrugs but won't look at you.
No matter.
Did you love Ferid, Anna? Anna turns to you, eyes blazing.
He was my dad, she bares her teeth. I hated him. He only saw in me a way to scarp up more bodies, and more junk to line his vault. Anna, dear, Anna, lass, you're the most precious thing in me vault, he'd lie. And he'd lie, and he was weak of mind and weak of body. And he smelled a corpse, rotten, had all the feelings of a vulture picking at a corpse.
Anna's voice lowers, but the fire in her eyes turns brighter.
And he was the only one ever to show me a scrap of kindness. Is that what you wanted to hear? Is it? You pleased now, aye?
Enough! Bellow the pillar's stinking heads. We tire of your insignificant prattle, and would know your business with us. Questions. I had questions. Hope it didn't piss her off. The heads shift sluggishly across the face of the pillar, nodding and Can I, like, turn off this background noise? It's a little annoying, honestly. Especially since they're not supposed to be doing this right now. Nodding and murmuring before speaking in its ghastly voice. Ask a question of us, then, and be prepared to hear our demands. You shall render unto us a service for your answer. How do I reach the Fortress of Regrets? The heads gurgle and croak their reply through rotted lips. We would answer that question for a service. What's your demand, Pillar? The Pillar's head all turn to Lyritmore? The skull. We demand the skull as tribute. Return him to us, and you shall have your answer.
Don't put me back in there, Chief, please.
Cease your feeble protestations, Skull. The decision is not yours. The Pillar's many heads swivel slowly to face you, their eyes narrowed. Too long has he cheated his fate. He is ours. Were you to return him, we would be most well disposed towards such a gift. We wish to savor his screams. A gift? What other gifts would you accept? The Pillar leans towards you, the eyes of its heads narrowing. There is knowledge you possess that we wish for ourselves. Where does the fiend, Fuel Fork-Tongued, reside? Tell us, and we shall answer your question. The stench of the Pillar's hot breath surrounds you as it awaits your reply. Fuel has hidden himself well in a demi-plane of a long-dead sorcerer's devising. He appears only occasionally within Sigil, and it's there that I met him. I won't say. What other gifts would you accept? The Pillar's heads, save for the hissing of foul vapors, issue from rents in its rancid surface remains silent for a time. Finally, it answers.
There is an object in your possession that we wish for ourselves. A Modron cube. Give it to us, and we shall answer your question.
I can't do that. What other gifts would you accept? The pillars' heads frown, their eyes flickering this way and that. Suddenly, they all come to rest on Fall from Grace.
She will do. Yes, the Tanari, give her to us. We will consume her alive, bathe ourselves in her sweet blood. Then we shall answer your question.
A number of the heads begin to moan with longing, calling to Grace.
Yes, Tanari, sweet succubus, wicked things, surrender yourself to us.
I can't do that. What other gifts will you accept? You're just gonna, like, run through all of my party now, aren't you?
The fiendling, give us a tiefling girl. Yes, we shall hear her, tear her apart within us, revel in the basking of her sweet fiery blood. Then we shall answer your question.
I can't do that. The mouths of every head on the pillar's face split in depraved, sickly grins. They chortle and burble, laughing at you.
You have nothing for us. Save yourself. Come, immortal, give us a taste of your undying blood. Then we shall answer your question.
The heads clack their teeth together, drooling and smacking their split, pus-covered lips in anticipation. All right, I agree to your demands. I'm sure I'm just going to lose a few hit points here.
Approach us then. Yes, come closer.
The heads seem to draw back within the pillar as you approach it. Step closer. Though you draw only a single step nearer, you suddenly find yourself much closer to the pillar's writhing surface than you had imagined. Before you can react, it presses forward into you like a wave of broken bone and rotten worm-infested meat. As the rancid darkness envelops you, the pillar's heads begin to consume you alive. Fall into darkness. You find yourself standing before the Pillar of Skulls. Oh, wow. 15 hit points. Ooh, wow. Ooh, alright, that's a few more than I expected. Aching and unsure of what exactly has just happened. What you're certain of, though, is that your body is somehow weaker for whatever ordeal you just suffered through. The grotesque heads leer down at you, grinning and smacking their lips. The pillar savors your gift for time, its heads cooing and whispering to one another. And my answer?
Already you possess the key, and need only the location of the portal that shall lead you there. We know not where the portal lies, but we might tell you its key. Regret.
Many of the pillar's heads begin to weep and moan.
Yes, regret.
Updated
regret.
my journal.
Yes, you must have experienced regret to breach the fortress. Write it upon a piece of your flesh, and your passage through the portal is assured.
And the portal, you say you don't know where it is?
Yes, only 3 have known the way. The first one was you, though you have forgotten. Now the second lies beyond the portal and shall not emerge. The third one you have already met. They know of your condition, the fortress, and your need to reach there, but they shall not help you. Their shield is one forged from the cold metals of lies and deception. A thing you cannot hope to break with mere words. You must do battle with them.
Who is it? Coax metal? The heads remain silent for a time, giving you naught but smug smiles. Finally it speaks.
You have met the liar, not for the first time, the liar knows, but did not tell you. A petty betrayal between immortals.
Some of the decomposing heads roll their eyes and snicker at you. Who's Lothar again? Who is Lothar again? I'm blanking on who Lothar is. Lothar?
The heads chortle with sickly glee. Not that one, to be sure. Guess again.
Trius?
Updated my journal.
Oh, yes, though we know him by his full name. Trius, the Betrayer.
The pillar shakes with mirth, the pile of rotting heads tottering back and forth as it laughs at your distress. A few of the heads chant mockingly, Betrayer, Betrayer, Trius the Betrayer. But he said he didn't know. Why would he lie to me? How did he come to know this? How did he come to know of this?
Trius exchanged words with you once, long ago, when you knew the way. You spoke your heart, and Trius, in the way of all great betrayers, listened well to build your trust. Short the conversation was, though filled with meaning. Meaning and deaths is what you seek. 2 separate things they are for a normal man, but for you, one and the same.
Why would he lie to me?
The answer is not ours to give. You must seek him out yourself and ask him.
How did he come to know this? Okay, it's the same thing. I had another question. Who am I? Alright, what's your demand? Okay, so... looks like I could do all of these things. Alright, never mind, farewell. The pillar halts your departure with a sudden demand.
Stop, give us the skull. We shall not allow him to go. He is ours. He shall not leave Avernus.
The heads begin cooing and taunting Mort.
Yes, Skull, don't be shy. Come back, Skull. It's comfortable in here. Skull, come back. Come back. It doesn't hurt, Skull. 'Tis great fun to be without a body, living in the pillar of rot and 1,000 other lying heads.
Forget it, Pillar. Farewell. The Pillar's furious heads begin to howl and bellow across the plains. The very ground beneath you shakes as the thundering cacophony threatens to deafen you. Leave quickly. So can I talk to you again? Okay, it did get louder. That's lovely. Alright, so I'm going to go through these and then reload. What are you?
Come on, Chief. Didn't I just tell you what it was? It's composed of the heads of liars whose advice sent those they advise to their deaths. It can answer almost any question and knows more than a lot, but it'll expect a whole mess of payment for its services. Don't ask it a question like that.
The heads interrupt with their one voice.
Silence, you demean our noble station with such casual talk.
A particularly hideous head cries out, and to call all of us liars is before being sucked back into the pillar's sickly heart. I had other questions. What are you? Very well, what's your demand? Okay, so you actually can't get an answer out of that. Who am I? What's your demand? Let's go through some of the gifts. Let's lie. The pillar savors the gift for a time, its heads cooing and whispering to one another. And my answer?
Not who. What? You have been divided. You are one of many men. One in many men. Each one, whether good or evil, a monster who casts a shadow upon existence.
A shadow upon existence?
My journal.
Oh yes, the pillars' heads narrow their eyes and smile grotesquely. Each time you die, immortal, you cast a shadow. Each time you die, another dies in your stead. These shadows, they gather, hungering for you, within the fortress of regrets. How many times have you perished, Nameless One? How many hundreds, thousands have died because of you?
The pillar trembles with wicked glee. Its heads pull faces and gurgle mockingly at you. I might actually reload and go through this whole thing and lie about fuel so that I can not lose those 15 hit points. Is that all you have to say, Pillar? The heads abruptly cease their laughter.
No, you bear many names. Each has left their scars on your flesh.
Go on.
Lost One, Immortal One, Incarnation's End, Man of 1,000 Deaths, the one doomed to life, Restless One, one of many. One whom life holds prisoner, the Bringer of Shadows, the Wounded One, Misery Bringer, Yemeth.
Keep listening.
You are as silvered glass that has cracked, shattered, and the pieces scattered across history. Only one piece is of import. Regain that, and your life shall be yours once more. There will be a price. This price will buy you a chance. Without the chance, you are doomed.
Go on.
You have lost that which is never meant to be separated from man. Your mortality has been stripped from you, lost. It exists, but you must find it before your mind is lost to you as well.
I had other questions. Alright, who is my killer? The pillar remains strangely silent. Some of its heads simply look away, while others shudder with pained expressions. Eventually, they gather themselves and speak once more.
We Do not know. Those heads that once contained such knowledge have been destroyed, removed from us. We cannot answer you this question.
Oh. Okay, so I'm just curious what this is gonna do. Can't do that. All right. Sorry, Grace. You get to be the sacrifice for this existence. Fall from Grace seems unmoved by your statement, merely looking from the pillar to you.
I would never willingly allow the Pillar of Skulls to have me, but I am certain you know this, and you are merely jesting. You may not wish to taunt the Pillar so.
Truth. I was serious. Get in there, Grace, or I'll stuff you in myself. Grace pauses, eyeing you cautiously.
Are you certain this is a course of action you wish to take? Would you truly cast me into the Pillar of Skulls?
Yes, I would. Fall from Grace's eyes become hard and cold as ice, though her face and form remain perfectly composed.
Then I must bid you farewell, Nameless One. Should you make your way out of Bator, perhaps we shall cross paths again.
And with that, she begins to dissipate into a cloud of green mist. Grace. Whoops. All right. I'm just curious, Alright, you can have her.
You can have me, can it? I think not, you piking idiot. What are you thinking yammering about so?
She suddenly stops, narrowing her eyes at you.
Lady's shadow, you better not be serious now. If you are, so helps me, I'll feed you to it myself, I will.
I was serious. Get in there, Anna, or I'll stuff you in myself. Oh! Oh, it just turns her hostile. Sorry, Anna.
Damn it.
I was just curious. And there she dies. Only gained 500 experience points. All right, well, so now we know what happens when we try to put them in. Let's see about Mort. Alright, you may have him. Yes, the stack of heads begins to writhe and boil, heads thrusting to the surface to howl and babble before sinking back down. They drool and chatter.
I cannot wait to savor his screams, another. Screams be damned, the torment is what's best for one so annoying as he. I shall yank his teeth out, spit them into his brain pan, and shake them like a babe's rattle.
And another,
Ooh, I'll eat his eyes out.
Chief? No, you can't. Come on. Don't worry, Mort. I'll just pull you back out later. Mort stares at you in silence for a while, his mouth agape. What? Not a chance. You're just not as powerful as you were when... Look, forget it. You couldn't do it. It's not going to happen. Come on, you can't put me back in there. Grab Mort, thrust him into the Pillar of Skulls. The Pillar of Heads cackle and sputter with unholy glee as Mort is sucked screaming into the thing's awful core, doubtless to suffer endless torment at the hands of the other severed heads. As the commotion begins to die down, its heads begin cooing and whispering to one another. Suddenly, Mort bursts howling to the surface. Hey, get me out, please, please, I swear I'll never lie again. And just as quickly as he arose, he is pulled back beneath the pillar's surface. And my answer?
Updated my journal.
Okay. So, going back through all of this.
Updated my journal.
Okay, so, yeah, can't do a whole lot. I'd be knocked down to 80 hit points, but since I can lie to them about Fuel's location, I think I'm going to go reload through all that, and we'll pick it back up again, having lied to them. Why not, right? See you next time, everyone.